Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome to this latest edition of Read Team Fast, where I take old stories I've narrated and update them to modern audio standards. This particular story is called Safety Tax, written by horazone. Ferrari was really annoyed by these paranoid humans. He didn't understand why they kept asking for identification, like in every single sector of their territory. Bureaucratic stuff like these would drive you crazy. But the thing was that their entire space was insanely huge, even bigger than the mighty hierarchy. They covered the zone between the hierarchy and the Union. Nobody wanted to mess with them. Either you went through them or you went around them, and bankrupt yourself due to the high traveling cost and distance. They realized the fact and took advantage of the situation. According to the news, the humans with their massive military had pressured the trade union by slapping nuts safety taxes on all cargoes that go into their space. The hierarchy had to accept the offer, either that or going to war. But everything had its price. The hierarchy valued high-quality goods that were produced from the Union's best citizens more than the other industrialized stuff made by the humans. He was one of those first brave guys who dared to take a risk of being in a chaotic, crazy, and mysterious human space for months to deliver the best hierarchy products. And if he made it all the journey and back, he would be drowning in galactic trading credits. Unlike all these myths about their race, the humans were actually very polite, aside from the annoying checking routines. They did collect taxes, just like the official description of them. They didn't talk much, and they were willing to leave him alone as long as he followed their flight path. But there is something fishy about this that he couldn't nail on. They were way too polite. Anyways, it seems like the humans were bluffing about their actual space. His ship had passed the real border of their territory. There was a vast region of no advanced indications of any advanced civilizations in front of him. Not a single ship saw millions of unfiltered commercial FTL spamming messages floating, which most of them told him to sign up for scammy surveys on his communications console. Still a very long way from the Union, but it was definitely better. He rested his front antennae peacefully as his ship began to drop out of FTL to commit auto repairs. Trade Union vessel, state your identification. An unknown voice popped up from the communications console. All of his 3 antennae rose up immediately. He turned his 4th eyes to scanning terminal. No ship appeared on the screen, not even the photonic scanner. But how could they? A different alien race who had super stealth tech, even better technology than the humans. I'm so dead right now. I can only hope that they were pacifist. I repeat, Trade Union vessel. Please state your identification. If you don't comply, we will open fire.
Yes, whoever this is, I will comply immediately.
He quickly pressed the send button. A dead silence between the two ships. His right antenna spun stressfully. It seems like you're carrying human terrorists on board. Prepare to be boarded or you will be destroyed. What? This is ridiculous. How could a peaceful trader like him be willing to carry a human, not to mention a human, terrorist? He remembered clearly his mother's words when he left his home for his first wife, who eventually dumped him. At this very moment, he will die alone in the middle of nowhere, get stripped of all his belongings, and he is going to beg for his mother. Even the trade union's president is not going to save him from this burning crap. Well then, I would rather gamble for my life than getting blown up, he thought, as he unlocked all of the airlocks of the ship. He could hear the sound of aliens storming through every corner of his ship. The sound was getting louder as they moved closer to the bridge. He could see the aliens are about to enter the bridge on camera console. Now all of the antennas were spinning non-stop. A group of what? Bipedal aliens. Some coincidence. 2 rival races with the same method of locomotion. All of them were wearing black mech suits with extra deadly weapons equipped on them. One of them seems to be commander of the group that was ordering people around. It walked slowly to him, along with another soldier who was presumably the executive officer. Both of them looked at him curiously, he guessed, or they were both about to rip his skin out alive.
Please have mercy on my soul. I have a wife and kids at home, and I am their only hope for a better life at home. Look, I know that you and the humans have a complicated history, but I had nothing to do with it. I swear I'm just a poor...
To his surprise, both of them turned their heads to each other and let out a creepy alien sound through their helmets. His translator couldn't make sense of the action. Their face and brain are covered in thick armor, so couldn't read anything aside from the weird body language they made. The commanding alien moved one of its manipulating limbs to cover a part of its face. They both uncovered their face. The mechanical movements kicked in, and the aliens' faces were slowly revealed. "Is this some sort of trickery?" He screamed so loud and felt so confused right now. "Look at his surprised facial expression. It resembles ours so much. My God, their resemblance is uncanny." She let out a sound, which was recognized as laughing. "How? I don't understand. I thought I passed human space." "Oh, so they never told you that?" "These inhuman enhancers." She stopped laughing and asked him with a very similar surprised face to his race. "Told me what?" "You just passed through one of 23 human states. My state is called the Soul Coalition. The other guy who you went through was actually our enemy, the independent state of the Free Enhancer, aka ISFE. Well, they were not exactly the friendly type. We found traces of ISFE's technology on your ship," the exo-female told him. "My holy mother, 23 states crawling with humans. He must have been the worst nightmare of his life." "I don't know anything about those technologies. And I'm definitely not a spying guy." "And wait, what?" "How can you have that many interspecies intergalactic states? That is absurd. Most races didn't even reach 3. With that kind of diversity, no race would be able to withstand outside forces. Interspecies diversity is a weakness." "Well, humanity is quite, different. We used to have hundreds of states on our homeworld. It was the competitiveness that drove our species to rise above others," the human commander answered his question. This is madness. He couldn't comprehend how in the hell could a species think diversity is their power. Hundreds of states. Now, where were we? Okay. Lucky for you, the only thing that related to the ISFE on board your ship is the spy bugs they installed secretly. "You're free to go," the commander said as her exo gave her a pad. "You were lucky that they decided to alter your course en route to spy on us, and not the Union of Cyborg. They would execute you for the crime against their state." His antennas spun a little bit. "And we have decided that you would spy them for us, as we alter your course to travel through cyborg space." Now they spun faster than ever. "Aha, gotcha. They are actually our political ally," as both of them laughed, and by now it was recognized as a translator's humor. These humans are fucking nuts. This is their humor. He raised his antennae to express his gratitude and was relieved by not getting sent to a suicide mission. His third heart almost stopped working. Not so quick. Safety tax. He began to regret many life decisions that led to this factory of human madness. End of story. I would just like to thank the T5 supporters: Bushmaster 117, Casper Arnholtz, Draxoon WRE, Elijah Silvercross, Gray, John Carrington, and Severin Cerberus. Thank you very much.